perfect. This is how I want it.
Over delivery of everything. I'm seeing this container. Okay, that's a mess.
Welcome to Relay Distribution. Like,
Welcome to
what's up,
episode 2.
YouTube? Everybody says, what's up, YouTube?
Good afternoon. Today is Friday, March 29th, and we have had a lot going on. So to kick this off, I'm currently sitting in our upstairs landing. We used to use this space as just extra storage for a bunch of products for one of our clients. We just recently brought on a new client, The Post, and they have a ton of SKUs, a ton of products. They're gonna almost put us at capacity. So we had to get creative with how we're gonna make them fit. One of those solutions that we came up with was throwing some racking up here and using this as another picking area. So we're going to utilize the racks behind me now for our slow moving stock, inventory that does not need to be picked often, that we still have a lot of units of. So what we did was we took all the inventory we had up here that was on pallets. We bought a 20-foot container to put in the backyard of our warehouse, dropped that container in, filled it up, created this space out here. And while we were installing it, we did run into a problem. Enough 11-foot beams for we can put 2 bridges if we wanted to do that right now or tomorrow.
That's all we can have is 2.
Oh shit, we can do a skinny bridge too if we wanted to. Because we have that. But it'd be 11 foot from here, so.
I probably wouldn't put a bridge right here. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's too close.
Yeah, that's pushing it.
But the bridge would literally end right at this, so that's like perfectly 11 foot. So it would end right here for this one if we start the bridge right here.
I wouldn't do that.
Keep that one clear. No, start the bridge right here.
Oh yeah. These 2 only.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that gives us a lot of overhead storage too.
You could build the bridge over here with these 2.
Bridge right here?
We have 4 extra beams. Or we have 4 extra uprights, so we can build the bridge, and then we have the 2 extras to extend it out for these 2. We just have to buy the beams for that. So doing these 2 bridges right here, does that create more SKUs than just putting one long?
Yeah, it's the same. Because if you had 2 long bridges, right? Or if you had 2 long 11-foot beams on that side, you're probably only going to be able to pick from one side. Versus if we did like 2 beams, you can now pick from both sides.
We can essentially
it comes out to the same.
We can essentially do extract one of these whole entire rows that way.
Yeah. So it comes out to be the same, essentially.
I don't think it does.
Because you're not picking from both sides, so it's double.
No, you could. What I'm saying is, yeah, you put it to where you can pick from both sides. This is crazy. All the racking that we just put in up here. Thing is, it's not enough.
It's not even enough for that one client we just signed. It's like 900 SKUs. Yeah, no way. Yeah, this is fucking wild, bro.
Other than that, things have been going great in the warehouse. The warehouse actually looks fucking phenomenal right now. I'm super happy with it. A lot of that comes from bringing in Steven. Steven is our new warehouse manager. He has tons of years of experience, and he has really just, from the day that we brought him in, just been in fix-it mode, as I call it. So he's like, okay, let me fix whatever I need to do or whatever needs to be done to, make us more efficient and things like that. So while we installed these racks up here, we also installed some racks downstairs to increase the storage for our supplies. So that looks really nice and organized. It's really beautiful right now. Really happy with that. We redesigned the workflow of our packing stations to create a better flow for our carts. I used to kind of like be a little embarrassed if somebody came in and looked at it, but now, we're confident if somebody comes in that, they're going to be impressed by our organization, our cleanliness, and really just how everything looks. And on top of some of these improvements, we've also been making improvements to our inventory. So Inventory has been we kind of did an overhaul on all that. Everything now has a location. So if you scan a product in our warehouse, it'll tell you where it is for the picking location. And then if you need to restock it, the overstock locations also have assigned inventory as well. So really happy about all that. We're very, very ahead right now. So we're kind of slow. We're just waiting on the post first truckload. We're probably gonna get 3 truckloads of their products. So, today we were waiting for 1 truckload, but it doesn't look like it's gonna show up. We've also been growing. I'll let Daniel speak on the pro dev side of things. We brought in a new employee on the pro dev side to assist our designer. So I'll let Daniel speak on that. And in the warehouse, in addition to Steven, we also brought in Kevin, who he used to work with me in the past as a warehouse manager. So we kind of have like a little dynamic duo downstairs. Kevin and Steven, they're both very knowledgeable in the warehouse space. So, that's probably another reason why we're so ahead. The guys are now staying on top of things. Stuff's getting done. Little details that I couldn't really stay on top of with everything I had going on are now getting taken care of. So we're in a great space. We are excited to have this new client in here. We have a ton of potential new clients coming in as well over the next 2 months. I think Daniel and I sat down and we have probably 4 to 5 potential new contracts that will come in the next few months. So now we are in the mindset of how do we fit these people? How do we make it work without failing or not being able to serve any of our other clients how we expect them to be served? So lots of challenges that come with running a business, specifically a fulfillment center, but we're very fortunate to be in this position, and we're just going to keep growing and keep doing what we do.
So for the pro dev side, we've been doing a lot of different things, right? We have the design aspect, we have the client relations aspect, and we also have the blanks aspect, right? You have so many different components to the product development side where if everything is built from scratch, meaning trims are hand selected, fabric is hand selected, fits are hand built, product is completely built from scratch, things always take a little bit of time, right? Whether it's the garments itself or the product we make itself, everything has steps, right? You have your initial conceptualization phase, you have your design phase, you have your technical drawing phase, you have your pattern making phase, and a lot of other things that go along with that. So we've been seeing a lot of delay, and I think there's a lot of the times clients are kind of asking of updates and when things will get done and things like that. And as we're kind of going into the software, we are starting to integrate and plug in things into the software. So you're kind of taking like 1 step back to go 2 steps forward. There's a lot of bottleneck that happens in the product development phase. With all of these things happening, the bottleneck always frustrates a lot of people, especially on the client side. So as the people in the product development space, which is essentially me for the client relations, it's important to update the clients and let them know like, hey, just so you know, like you may not have a physical product in hand, because that's what most clients see. That's all they see is if they have a product in hand, and that's it. But we're doing a lot of different things on the back end that require time, so we appreciate your patience. This week has been awesome in the sense of we've had like probably 30, 40 different samples roll in. So the bottleneck is finally starting to drain out, which is awesome.
Wow. These are all from Turkey. Oh, there should be a blank in here for us. The Soon blanks. The Soon blanks. All right, so we just got really 3 big packages from one of our manufacturers out in Turkey. Some of which are for blanks, I believe, and some of which are for one of our pro dev clients. So I'm really excited to see. I don't even know what's everything that's in here, so let's break it down. I'm very excited, honestly. Just for our clients and then our stuff too. All right, so we got a few prototypes here. So when you're working with someone that's in your company that does all of the grading, all of the PLM management, pretty much PLM is kind of like what all of us are starting to get into. There's a lot of learning curve when it comes to a new software, obviously, when you're accustomed to doing things one way and then someone who's been doing this for longer than you have, they have their own way. Well, it's awesome just to like move everything towards that side. So you're essentially taking one step back to go 2 steps forward. Now, in the beginning, there's obviously a lot more work that goes into this, and a lot of backtracking, which your customers probably don't like to hear about, but needs to happen for organizational purposes, and also like as each company grows, you're able to scale with it. So very excited for these. Every single one of these tees has their exact measurements on there, from the collections, the style number, which is really important for us to keep track of for our client. So when they get it, they can also understand. So we have one of the Luxe Lounge tees for one of our clients. Damn, I'm excited to feel this. Ooh. 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 Dakota, this is nice. Ooh. It's like a rough brush feeling. So carbon brushed main fabric for the neck. Right now, we have probably close to 100 different samples in the works for all of our clients across the board. And it's a lot to keep up with, especially if they all start to come at one time, or even in a 2-week time frame, if there's 100 samples that really come in. It's a lot to keep up with. So we have multiple people that don't live here that work for Relay. We have 2 people now on the design side that live in Toronto. So they don't get to feel these products. They only kind of see us talk about it and the measurements that kind of go into it, because we get it here. What we do is we get the sample, we take pictures of it, we confirm the measurements with it, put it back into our PLM software, and we book it as first prototype, second prototype, third prototype, et cetera, et cetera. PP sample, sample size set, whatever you want to call it. Everything gets booked in, so for reference, we can always go back to it, especially if this client lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, so we have to ship all the samples to him. He can't always come down and fly down here just to feel the material and then fly back. It'd be way too tedious and expensive. So we're gonna book everything in, send it to him so we have a frame of reference how everything is. It's also translated to our designers over in Toronto, and there's no miscommunication. So hey, this is off or this is correct, because the measurements they send us need to coordinate with our size specifications when we send it to the manufacturers. So everything needs to be very, very like cohesive.
So clients are finally starting to be at ease, right? And this kind of goes into the phase of trying to grow things on other sides and satisfying all of your clients. So it's a lot to take on, you know, and then also we're trying to launch this blanks business, and basically like this week was all about putting out fires. There was a lot of really big fires, right? Whether it's with clients or the manufacturers. The more manufacturers you deal with, the more headaches you get. We're trying to create this blank for wholesale, like Soon Blanks, and I had a certain price point that I needed to be under, which is I needed to be under $8, FOB of course, and that's probably because you're not making it in China, so everything, we're making this blank in Turkey, so everything is going to be way more expensive. The care labels, the logo labels, the trims, the notions, everything is way more expensive. Like a poly bag in China at 5,000 units, frosted black, super premium, 9 cents. You go to Turkey, 20 cents. This is why so many people go to China. And the quality and the variety in China is significantly higher. However, we do have specific reasons why we don't want to make this blank in China, even though we love the blank from China, I will say. Our negotiations were met. Like, we had talked about it, we had understood the quantities, and then they hit you with something. So I just want to let you guys know, when you're doing product development, whether it's with us or your own, everyone has these issues, and we still deal with it on a daily basis. We still deal with it because there are new products, and you know, with these manufacturers, they try to see what they can get away with. That's the simple truth. And so it's up to us to further negotiate down the pricing, get the best possible pricing for all of our clients, because in the end, their business affects our business. So we have to spend a lot of time like negotiating. Like I just did like a 50 email thread this morning with our Turkish manufacturers, like, hey, like what the fuck, you know? And yeah, I mean, it's just annoying, you know, we're having to deal with all this, but part of the game, you know, like. So we are, I mean, I think we're moving along very well. The goal is to obviously get more clients and make our current clients extremely happy and make sure they're getting their money's worth with us, because that's very important. When you're spending a lot of money up front and you're building the product with us, you're building the foundation of your products for your brand, there's a lot of upfront capital that comes with it, right? And it's our objective to make sure clients feel that we are also properly invested with all of the steps we take. The new hire is, her name is Sean Kim. She's been a technical designer for 2 years, I think, and she worked hand in hand with Ashley. They're both from Toronto, and we're excited to, I guess, like kind of show her, and she's been crushing it for us. So now our product development team is 4 deep. We have me, Dakota, Ashley, and Sean. So 3 females, and there's me. Man, it's just been a lot. It's awesome though. Like when I look back on just this week versus like this week last year, man, we would have dreamed to be in this position today. So definitely very grateful for that. So we're gonna keep our head down, keep working, and our goal is to have long-term clients, honestly, forever.
Onto the content side, we are starting to get more consistent work from one of our fulfillment clients, Pipefeist. Last week, we just did a bag shoot for him, and he also had a new few products that we also did product photos for. Hopefully within the next couple months, we secure him on a content deal, more of a month-to-month or even a year thing. That would be great for us and for him. Today, we had a meeting with a prospective content client, and it sounds like that he wants to do fulfillment and content. Package deal, we love those. It makes everything so much easier for you as a business owner and for us to help you get the most out of our services. But other than that, we've been just hammering our own content, Daniel's content for soon, the distro content. We all sat down with Ashley and we went over our strategic plan for China, which is less than a month away. So we're all gearing up for that, and we're gonna narrow down exactly what we wanna shoot at what factory and the exact intentions for those videos. Our goal for our daily vlogs in China is to have them posted by the next morning, which is doable. But overall, through all of our departments, it's been an amazing week. It's been an amazing month. It's been an amazing year. We just want to thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.